Hello folks, Fuzz here, welcome to today's live stream for Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age of course, here on Nintendo Switch. And in the last episode we actually went through the Tomb of Wraithwall, made our way right through that dungeon, even beat the optional Demon Wall, which was a bit of a bonus. So, hi folks, greetings to those of you that have joined us in the chat already, in live chat, good to have you. So far I can see Nintendo Girl, Unknown Type and Corey Clark. Hey, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, sorry folks, I couldn't make the stream yesterday, but I was out and about doing work stuff, so I just wasn't able to get back in time. And I did get back, I was so tired. I just couldn't hack firing up the game, in all honesty. But we're here now, and I should be able to go for a good while today, a good hour and a half or so, before having to go on to other things, other parts of life, and what have you. Right, so at the end of the last stream, before we finished off, we did go ahead and select all our second jobs. So just for the sake of those of you that are following along with the various job combinations that I'm going for, I'll just bring the menu up so you can see that selection. So by all means, go ahead and copy it if you wish to do so. Don't forget, if you are playing on Switch or Xbox One, you are able to change your job systems, or rather your job combinations, whenever you want to by visiting Mont Blanc over in Rabanasta. Alright then guys, well, without any further ado, we do have some cutscenes to engage with when we first get started here today, and then we'll be thrust into the midst of a boss battle. But it's okay, because I brought Varn into the party, so he can go ahead and summon Belias, our first and brand new Esper, and I'm hoping he's going to take care of business for us. So, hi Jake, welcome to the stream. Hey, following along with the PS4 walkthrough. Yeah, that's awesome. Hopefully that will help you on your way. Even though there are a few minor differences with the PS4 and Nintendo Switch versions of the game, most of those are fairly subtle, and you should be absolutely fine going along with that. Alright then guys, well here we go, cutscene time. Hello Tua. How are you doing? Yeah, 2:30 PM UK time, which is what it is at the moment, is generally the time I do try and start these streams, but often it ends up being later. But today I was able to get things started on time, so happy days. Morning, Devon.
Such a tremendous honor to again be graced with your presence, Majesty. You left us with such great dispatch upon our last encounter that I must confess I had begun to worry that we may have given your Majesty some cause for offense.
Such a heartfelt display of remorse. Now what is it you want?
I want you to give me the Nethicite.
The Nethicite?
How's everyone doing, by the way? I will be honest, I am a little bit worn down, a little bit tired, because I had such a busy day yesterday with various things. So hopefully that won't come across too much in my commentary today, and my interactions with you good folks. But if it does, then you'll just have to forgive it, unfortunately.
Are you mad, Vossler? If we are to save Dalmasca, we must accept the truth. I will fight this profitless battle no more.
Captain Azulus has struck a wise bargain. In return for the Dawn Shard, the Empire will permit Lady Ash to reclaim her throne.
Yeah, this bit's annoying because Vossler was a good asset to the party, wasn't he? Good asset to the team as well, lore-wise. So,
an entire kingdom for a stone. You must admit, is more than a fair
in his mind, though, he's doing the right thing
and
in order to save Dalmasca.
Your master will have another pet.
Lady Ash, let us take him for the people of Dalmasca. Your Majesty wallows in indecision on peril of their heads. And his shall be the first to fall.
Well, at least your sword is to the point.
Hiya, Master Keaton. Yeah, I'm doing good, thanks. A little bit tired, but looking forward to the stream, actually. How's it going with yourself?
To think the relics of the Dynast King were deified Nethicite, Dr. Sid will be beside himself.
What did you say?
Captain Azulus, take them to Shiva. They should have leave to return to Rabanasta soon. I want you to assess its power.
Did our orders not specify that we return the stone for testing?
I will not chance returning with a stone that is yet unproven.
Oh, you got the Xbox version, have you? Yeah, the Xbox One version looks pretty cool. If you're playing on Xbox One X, you can play in 60 frames per second, which does make a difference, actually. I noticed on the PC version of the game. So the Switch version, which I'm playing, is currently locked. Well, will remain locked, I'd imagine, to 30 frames per second. But yeah, bit of a nuisance that the RNG manipulation doesn't work. Are you, BB? Oh, you're a Balthea fan, are you?
He'll listen to us. We should trust him.
Who are you, Vossler, to talk of trust?
The son of Dalmasca.
Yeah, I know people are working on the behind-the-scenes stuff to try and get some RNG manipulation methods going. But I'm not convinced it's going to be possible, unfortunately, because it's too unpredictable the way it works.
Once we've connected the stone, the reaction should be easily measured.
Methods do not interest me, only results.
Yeah, definitely, Master Keaton. That's definitely an upshot of having the PS4 version. I just hope that they bring these other changes, like the ability to switch jobs and stuff, over to the PS4. Then it'll kind of be like the definitive version of the game, won't it? Except it also needs to run in 60 frames per second, which currently it doesn't even on PS4 Pro.
The count still climbs.
Yeah, absolutely, Corey. It's like every version has its own upsides, doesn't it? But no one particular version of the game has absolutely everything.
What is this?
Ah, I got you, baby.
What is it?
Oh, you Relic.
You stand.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter, Jake. It's really hard in the Zodiac Age to screw up job combinations and get a bad build going. Pretty much anything you choose will get you through the game. So if you want Ash wielding Excalibur, then you go for it, dude, and it'll work out fine, I'm sure.
How about you?
Oh yes, he is the leading man, he says so himself, so he wouldn't be lying about that, would he?
Sky pirates.
Oh, I always feel bad here having to take on Vossler, but he's in our way, so here we go. It is possible to steal the black belt from him. Not sure whether it's worth it, I'm pretty sure you can purchase it.
I do know. All too well.
So let's just go ahead, shall we, and test out our new summon, which is Belias, our first and only summon. And if Belias isn't enough, we can finish off with a quickening chain. And we can have a go at stealing as well. You never know, we might get that black belt. And Belias should pretty much take care of things by himself. I don't want to use the one that gets rid of him, so maybe I'll just let him go solo here, as in like take care of things himself rather than me controlling him. I think Hellfire, does that get rid of the summon? I honestly can't remember, it's been a few months since I played with Belias. Still, Fire does a whole lot of damage, look. So while Belias is taking care of business there, we'll just continue laying on the steals here. Hiya, Wes. Good morning. Couldn't steal. It doesn't matter too much, Phantom. The only difference it makes is it's a good idea to check the license boards, because on certain license boards, certain summons can connect you to other pretty awesome nodes on the license board. And if you make the summon icon disappear because you give it to somebody else, then you won't be able to reach them. So that's pretty much the only main consideration that you need to make when teaching somebody a summon. Kazuma Satu, apologies if I've got your name wrong there. But yeah, thanks for stopping by and stream and for your awesome feedback. Yeah, I appreciate that. And look at that. Belias makes quick work of Vossler. As a matter of fact, the summons have been buffed in the Zodiac Age quite substantially. Damage-wise, I don't think they do a whole lot extra. But you can actually select their abilities now, which I don't think you could do previously. And instead of lasting for 30 seconds, I think they last for 4 minutes. So a big improvement with the summons. Oh yeah, it'd be possible, Relic, but I think that would be really annoying. You'd have to basically select every ability. I think battles would just drag because, yeah, it'd be a lot of hard work. It'd be just more of a nuisance. And by active battle, I guess you mean that when you're selecting abilities, the battle doesn't pause. That would be an extra challenge for sure. I don't think I'd really enjoy that all that much. But I'm sure there's a lot of people who would, so it's an interesting thought.
Look on what my haste has wrought. Did I act too quick?
Oh, I see, BB. Well, if you're playing on Xbox or Switch, I'm not sure what system you're playing on, then you don't actually need to do that because there's now an option in game to reset jobs whenever you want to. But yeah, for PS4, then that's a nice little thing you can do. Oh yeah, I must have stole from him. Whereas I wasn't really paying attention. I was stealing a few times. So yeah, I must have got the item. It's a black belt that he has, so I'll be able to check in my inventory if I manage to get hold of it. This is where everything basically goes crazy now, isn't it?
It manifests now.
Is that what you call this?
What's that?
Oh yeah, no, that makes sense then, BB. Kazuma, unfortunately no it doesn't. So only the Switch version and the Xbox version have access to those new features, including the 3 templates of gambits that you can switch between, the ability to switch jobs, and the improved New Game Plus feature. They're not available on PS4 or PC, sadly.
Citing sudden malady. My true motive: to bring the various counter-imperial forces scattered throughout Ivalice together in unified resistance. By this time, Lady Ash had made her return to Rabanastre. She had not, however, made known her presence.
Get the pretty awesome traditional Final Fantasy main theme playing here.
Concealed. Had she chosen then to go before her people, my error in announcing her suicide would be known, to the great detriment of my efforts to assemble a resistance. In such circumstance as the Lady Ash then found herself, even were she to proclaim Dalmasca restored, it would serve.
Yeah, Nobuo Uematsu knows what he's doing, doesn't he? I'm pretty sure he's going to be involved in the remake of Final Fantasy VII, isn't he?
Power with which to be reckoned.
Yeah, the Switch version's pretty cool because you can take it on the go. Somebody mentioned a moment ago the portability of it is definitely a huge selling point for the Switch. Nah, you don't need to grind, Jake. I've done pretty much no grinding in the game so far. I did build up a bit of a chain in the last area before the previous dungeon, but even that's not really necessary. Chain of enemies, I mean. The thing is, you can actually beat this game at level 1, so you definitely don't need to grind.
The Rosarian Empire assembles a vast host.
Yeah, I probably need to play Final Fantasy IX again, Wes. I do remember what you're talking about, but
It is our belief they
it's been a while since I've played. I've played a lot of RPGs since.
Sooner to make their strike against Arcadia.
You burned through 2 PS2s listening to the music. Oh, that must have been a lot of music. Oh, is that the first time the music was used, was it, Relic, in Final Fantasy IV? That's interesting.
We would not now find ourselves in such perilous circumstances.
Yeah, proper Lord of the Rings moment there, isn't it, Wes?
Lord Vane shall be made to answer for his actions. It is the will of the Senate. Excellency, though he be your son, justice must be served.
Yeah, Lost Odyssey.
King Justice.
I love that game. I've only played it through once,
Between my throne
but a remastered release of it would be a great excuse to go back to it
A
again.
most lamentable situation for us all.
Good traditional turn-based JRPG, wasn't it?
Lord Lauser will make for a fine emperor.
From what I remember.
Lars also adores his brother, and he is yet young.
But he will not remain young forever. Already he busies himself unraveling Lord Vane's tangled skein. Lord Larsa has found his role to play and pursues it with some enthusiasm.
Ah, yes. And who would set him at such tasks?
What matter? Lord Vane himself once saw his elder brothers brought to like justice, did he not? At your Excellency's behest, as I recall.
The 2 other games I'm playing on Switch at the moment are, what they're called, Octopath Traveler
So long as the Senate
and Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Since I haven't had a Switch all that long myself, only about 2 months or so, 2.5 months, I'm having to play catch up with a lot of the awesome games that came out over the last year or so, but I'm really enjoying them. But I've got so many RPGs on the go right now, it's confusing me. Yeah, that was right, BB. It was different for the front rows and back rows, wasn't it? I seem to remember they had kind of like a ring system where you'd have to quick time your button presses for extra damage. But I'm literally going off the top of my head there. It was a good lot of years ago when I played that game now. I did enjoy it a lot though, I certainly remember that. Yeah, I do like the music to Final Fantasy X Unknown, you're right, it's good. To be honest, I do love most of the Final Fantasy music. Even Final Fantasy XV, the game itself, I thought was one of the weaker entries. But the music in that game is phenomenal. Absolutely incredible, it really is. Yeah, you're playing Star Ocean 2 at the moment, aren't you, Cletus? I haven't played it myself. I think I mentioned on one of your videos, but
so
it looks pretty interesting.
It was the Dawn Shard that brought down the Imperial fleet.
I did enjoy Star Ocean till the End of Time and The Last Hope.
Destructive power of such force.
Never played the 5th one either, though I heard it wasn't very good.
Lady Ash, you know of what I speak.
Well, if it does get remastered, Jake, that's definitely one I'll be playing on the channel because I would love that opportunity. It's a great game, and I do think that a lot of people would like it that haven't really heard of it.
Friend and foe died alike.
So it'd be a good opportunity to bring it to a new audience.
One of the Dynast King's relics.
Morning, David.
Light shard was in Nebradia.
Good to see you, dude. How's it going? And Vataloco as well. Hiya, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us in chat.
That ridiculous war. The trap at the treaty signing. All this because Vane wanted power.
Oh, I haven't thought about getting that, to be honest, Wes.
He must not be allowed to claim the Nethicite.
I've got Breath of the Wild, which of course is a completely different game, but still Zelda.
They already do.
But I haven't really played it a whole lot yet. So I've got so many games I need to catch up on.
Manufacture Nethicite now?
Very well. Then the path set before
Oh no, I'm nowhere near Nebra's Deadlands yet, David. I think that was just part of the cutscene.
Dalmasca does not forget kindness, nor ill deed done. With sword in hand, she aids her allies. Sword in hand, she lays to rest her foes. This Nethicite I hold must be my sword. I will avenge those who have died, and the Empire We'll know remorse.
Nah, it doesn't matter, Jake. The only real difference is that on PS4 you won't be able to... the PS4 player won't be able to switch jobs, whereas you can if you want to do so. But that's about it, really.
The Gareth people live by the old ways.
And the fact that you can't really get Sight and Grat on Switch, which is a nice, awesome weapon.
They may hear it. The cry of the Nethersight's power.
Yeah, Giza Plains next to her, and it's the rainy form of the Giza Plains, if I'm remembering correct.
What we need now is power. Should we declare Dalmasca free without the means to defend our claim?
Okay, Wes, well, I'll certainly check it out,
you
dude.
Must take me to meet with the Gareth.
They live beyond our
Have you got a Switch, Wes? I honestly can't remember.
Not exactly.
I know you've been playing the
Is that what you want?
Chocobo Dungeon buddy game thingy. I can't remember what it's called. Is that on Switch?
How about the ring?
Or PS4? Because I know it's on both.
Isn't there something else?
No one's forcing you. I'll give it back to you as soon as I find something more valuable.
What do you mean something more valuable?
Hard to say. I'll know when I find it. What is it you want, Vaughn? What are you looking for?
Me? What am I looking for? I guess... Well, you know...
Oh yeah, no, I got you. Yeah, I've heard rumours, well, more than rumours actually, that there's a couple of new Switches coming out. I believe this year, maybe next year, but possibly this year. A more basic version of the Switch and a more advanced version of it. I guess so it targets every price point.
But those same waters may also lay open new routes to us.
The more advanced version is basically going to be the same as the current version, but in portable mode you'll be able to play your games at 1080p still, as opposed to 720 I think it is now.
I swore to overcome any hardship I may face.
Man cannot live by resolve alone, Princess.
Right, okay, we're back in action, back in control. So here we are once again in Rabanasta. Our next destination, as has been rightly suggested in chat, is going to be the Giza Plains. But let's just see if there's anything else that we can do in the meantime. There might be some new hunts and what have you that have popped up. We can also visit Mont Blanc, see if he's got any rewards for us, which he might do. Since we've killed a couple of bosses and that, since we last spoke to him. And we'll see if there's anything else available from the bazaar here. Gauntlets and oil and decoy. Both of those are pretty darn useful actually. So I'm certainly going to be getting decoy and oil as well. I always found it helpful on my PS4 playthrough having a tank with decoy that could absorb a lot of damage. So I'm not sure yet exactly the type of strategies I'm going to have permanently going forward on the Switch version. But of course, we're going to stock up on everything nonetheless. Yeah, Penelo as White Mage, Jake, is a pretty common choice because, you know, she's quite powerful as a White Mage. Where am I going? I have no idea. I'm supposed to be going to Mont Blanc, I said. Yeah, I mean, I think now that I'm getting old, Corey, my eyes don't really detect much of a difference between 720 and 1080 on handheld. I mean, obviously they would on a normal computer monitor, but even when I look at 4K, it doesn't really seem that much different to me than 1080p, so I'm putting that down to my age, to tell you the truth. But maybe if I saw a Switch in handheld mode at 1080p, I would recognise the difference immediately. Okay, looks like we're getting a few rewards here. Any new marks? Okay, so we've got a couple of elite marks here. I think this one can only be done during the dry season. But we'll pick it up now anyway. Have it available. And we'll grab the other. I will, of course, be taking on all of the marks in the game as we play. Right, and now we'll head over to the Sand Sea and see if there's any normal hunts that we can undertake as well. Yeah, there's certainly an accessory with Bubble, because it's called Bubble Belt, I believe, Wes. I'm not sure off the top of my head if there's one for reverse. But yeah, absolutely, David. Yeah, a lot of strategies against some of the game's toughest bosses involve pretty much what you just laid out there. Yeah, appreciate the clarification there as well. Nothing for reverse, I didn't think there was. Hi, Jonathan. Welcome to the chat. Ooh. Oh, I got a little bit excited then. You saw the bar, decided to run to it. Okay, so we've got 3 more hunts. So they're coming in thick and fast now. May as well, once again, pick all of them up. Yeah, we'll be going over there soon as well. And the Croakadile. Yeah, that is Croakadile, not Crocodile. And another Giza Plains. Okay, so that's all the hunts selected. We do, of course, have to go around, speak to all of the petitioners, etc, etc. I think one of the petitioners is located as well here in Rabanasta, maybe with a weapon shop. So let's make our way down there. And then we'll just check through the others, but we'll basically come across them as we progress through the next part of the game. Let's just slow things down a little bit. That's better. 2 times is a little bit more manageable in Rabanasta than 4 times. Right. No, I don't need to talk to you. Basically just gives us some information on Bazaar goods, which we already know about. Oh, I think it's the guard over here, isn't it? That's the hunt. Yeah, that's it. Okay, this is the Wyvern Lord over at Namyenza. And he's closer towards the entrance to the dungeon that we just did, the Tomb of Wraithwall. So we'll sort that out later. We can teleport back at our leisure in order to take that thing on though. So it might not be a bad thing at some point. It's a level 18 enemy. I'm pretty sure we can take it on with our various setups now of having Belias and the Quickenings. And just generally everything else that absolutely obliterates things in their path. Oh yeah, Icy. How's it going? Thanks for joining us today. Oh yeah, no problems, Jonathan. No, it's good to have you here. Yeah, it doesn't really matter, I don't think, Jake. I'm pretty sure I had Fran as my Black Mage on my PS4 playthrough, and she absolutely decimated everything later on in the game when she had Scathe and Scourge and all of that good stuff. So yeah, no, it's a solid choice to tell you the truth. Right, so we are off to the Giza Plains. I'll just check before we do so if there's any hunts we can do beforehand. I mean, I could go ahead. Oh, this is the one that's in the Sand Sea, isn't it? Yeah, we could go ahead and do the Wyvern. It's a little bit out of the way, but we can teleport around. Okay, Jahara, we'll be going there later. Okay, we can be doing this hunt when we go to the Giza Plains. Okay, we can't do that one in the Giza Plains yet. Rocker Toys or something? Rock Toys? Yeah, that's over at Bajurba. So we could do that one as well. I believe it's in the... what do you call it? The mines, is it, or something? That's one of the elite ones, isn't it? Let me just check briefly on my list here if that's worth doing or not at the moment. I mean, it might be. It might be. Ah, can't really see it. I'll just sort it out later. We can have a go at it, maybe. Let's head down to the Orange Crystal. And we'll teleport. Teleport to the Namyenza, or wherever it is that we can go. I could probably teleport actually to the tomb. And then just run from there, because it's fairly close, I think. Yep, we'll teleport over to Wraithwall direct. Oh yeah, I can see Jonathan's already answered that for you, Wes. Just saw your message, so yeah, appreciate that, Jonathan. You can have as many hunts active as the game will allow you to pick up. So as long as they're available, you can pick them up, speak to the petitioners, not speak to petitioners, do the hunts, keep them in your log. There's no limitation at all. Yeah, Fran does make a pretty cool black mage. Hi Squeaky, welcome to the stream. So what we're doing then, guys, just in case you've joined us, is we finished up in the Tomb of Wraithwall. The Giza Plains is our next destination, but we're just taking on some hunts while they're available, which is always a good idea because they do build up quite quickly, and then you have a lot to get through. The only downside is that this hunt is a flying hunt, and all of my characters are melee. But I'm hoping that Belias will be able to take care of the flying hunt because his spells are ranged. So that's going to be the plan. And we'll see how it works out. If you don't want to use Quickenings or Belias, then Telekinesis is always a good ability, along with ranged weapons, of course. Guns, bows, crossbows, etc. So I'm just taking care of these other enemies so they don't interfere with us when we take care of the boss. Hi Ronald, welcome back. Thanks for joining us again today. Oh yeah, I should mention as well that Fran and Ash, who I'm using, are both low level, so that's why I'm just keeping them in the party right now. Just to try and let them play catch up a little bit. You know, you can get through Final Fantasy XII just sticking to 3 party members. In fact, a lot of people do that as a valid means of playing the game. But I always like to have a backup party. For example, having 2 tanks, 2 DPS, and 2 healers. You can have 2 pretty awesome parties and switch between them whenever need be. Let's just try and get some... Right, Ash is using potions. She shouldn't be using potions because potions are rubbish. She should be using high potions because high potions are a little bit better. Hello, Tyler. Welcome to chat. Yeah, we're just taking it easy at the moment, guys. Taking on some of these hunts. Resurrecting Fran because she's low level and dies. Just the usual stuff, really. In fact, she doesn't have a whole lot of health. And the reason for that is she hasn't reached any of the HP nodes in her, what do you call it? In her license boards. And she's dead again. Fran, you're letting the team down. Bit of an embarrassment at the moment. Yeah, I'm doing good, thanks, Tyler. Oh, the Wyverns here. I didn't even notice that. I wasn't even paying attention to that fact. Okay, let's go ahead and summon Belias then. So I'll just catch up on your messages here. Yeah, Shades of Black's a great ability, Phantom. The one guest party member, the little boy, what's his name? Can't think of his name. Oh, well, you know who I mean. He comes with it. You can set it up as a gambit, and it's actually quite useful. So, yeah, get a few scathes off with that, can't you? Right, here comes Belias to take care of business. Oh, to be honest, Jake, it's mostly going to be live streams. I don't really see the point all that much in... Ooh. Varn's going to die and then we'll lose Belias if we're not careful. I don't see the point in doing another walkthrough. Mainly because I've already done such a complete and thorough one anyway. But, you know, I'm happy to continue playing the game and we'll get everything we can get on live streams. As long as people are happy to still watch. And we'll see if there's anything to nab off this guy. A Yenza scale, okay. Anything else? Nope. And as you can see, Belias is absolutely taking care of the business here. And he's taken 0 damage, which is always a bonus. Try and keep Varn alive. And let's see if we can finish Belias with a Hellfire. Techniques. You can choose their abilities, Jake, for sure. Which you couldn't do in the original version of Final Fantasy XII. You can't actually set them as party leader and run around with them, unfortunately. Actually, I don't think you can. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong on that, though. Ah, I feel sorry for that Wyvern. Look at that destruction. Is it dead? It isn't. I mistimed it. And I don't think... Oh no, it's dead now. That's it. Okay, sorted. Good stuff. Right, let's make our way back. We'll hand that particular hunt in. And then we'll move on to the Giza Plains. Or we could actually stop by over at Bajurba briefly. And see if we can take on the Rockatoise or whatever it is. Pretty much probably following the same tactic, to tell you the truth. Yeah, that was a huge walkthrough, Tyler. Definitely the largest that I'd ever made on my channel. But I was really enjoying it and I was so into it. Is that the behemoth, Squeaky? Yeah, that is one of the fun ones, isn't it? It's got a lot of health, hasn't it, that one? One of the more frustrating hunts that you definitely need to have a good strategy set up. Oh, it just means, David, damage per second. Basically, it's just your damage dealer. Let's go over to Bajurba. I honestly can't remember how difficult the Rockatoise is. I know it's an elite hunt, which I guess makes things a little bit more challenging. Maybe we should save, just to... It doesn't really matter because you get auto-saves anyway all over the place, don't you? Still, I like to have a proper manual save file every now and then. Okay, let me just remind myself exactly where the petitioner is. I'm like 100% sure, in fact, that this guy... Well, I'll say 99% sure this guy, as in the hunt itself, is in the mines. Yep. The petitioner is in one of the areas that you never really go to in Bajurba. Just over here. Yeah, I think this is the petitioner. Bilika. And this particular hunt happens to be the pet of this petitioner. I can't remember the strategy I used, Squeaky. The last time I did it on my PS4 playthrough, I'll have to check it out. But I've gone for some different combinations of jobs here, so probably won't work out as well this time. But who knows? I'm sure we'll manage. We'll stumble through it somehow. We usually do. Some of the hunts that I get frustrated with are the chocobo one. Is it the white chocobo? That runs all over the place and has a nasty paling to protect itself from damage. Oh yeah, definitely, Jake. I think it is. The hunts are very, very powerful in my opinion. Sorry, the summons are very, very powerful. David, yeah, especially that Genji stuff. It's awesome, isn't it? Those Genji items. The fact you have to get them off Yojimbo makes them a little bit of a challenge, of course. Right, yeah, it's a bit of a journey through the mines, but it's only to the area we've been to previously, so hopefully we'll make it. And it'll be some good license points and what have you for Fran and Ash. As a matter of fact, it might be worth just spending a few license points on Fran in particular to try and get her a boost to health. If we move over to her foe breaker board, let's see what we've got. Where's her starting position here? Okay, here's all the HP plus stuff, which is what I need. Yeah, that's what I meant, mate. Cheers, David. I did warn at the start of the stream that I'm not fully with it today. Didn't get much sleep last night. Had a busy day and I'm really tired, so there's going to be moments of incompetence. Hence, you just received an example of that. Ah, no, you spelt it right, Squeaky. Well done on that. Right, Ash, let's give you some HP plus. Yeah, here it is, the good stuff. Might survive a little bit longer in battle then, mightn't you? Yeah, it's Final Fantasy something, David. I think Final Fantasy X as well, and X too. Okay, there we have it. Nope, that looks good. Although, Fran still only has low amounts of health. Right, I've grabbed a lot of the treasures in this place, so let's just hold the flea down. I know they respawn, but they're not important. And we're just going to head all the way north, as I say, to the area that we started running from those enemies from before. And I'm pretty sure that's where the rock toys likes to hang out. Yeah, sleep lane, David. I might be dreaming, I'm not sure actually. I haven't decided, I'm so tired. Maybe I haven't actually got out of bed is the thing. Yeah, it's his pet, Tyler. I think it's gotten out of control. So let's just run all the way there. Grab this treasure chest since it's right on the road. Ooh, an arrow, man. Oh, I did say I was going to come and get some license points for an experience for Fran and that. Never did. Oh, yeah. I think, Jeff, you're right there. That is the reason. It probably never stopped eating. And it's grown humongous now, hasn't it? It's made its home in the mines, though. Let's be honest, it's not the only threat in this place. Still, doesn't one of the petitioners have a Marlborough or something as a pet? From what I remember. Later on. Called Carrot. I mean, those things are evil. Utterly evil with their bad breath. Oh, hang on a minute. Let me just check something. Yeah, why the heck has Varn not got a full miss bar? I touched the save crystal. My whole plan is to use Belias. I can't do that. If he's not going to have mist. I'm really going to have to waste an ether. That should give me just enough to charge it up. Let me see. Good job I checked that, or noticed that rather, before we went into the fight. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, Gilgamesh comes a lot later, Jake. But you're right, you do. I'm pretty sure he's in this dungeon, isn't he? Is it this dungeon or the hen mines? Well, it's one of the mines anyway. Right. Sorry, dude. Gonna have to Belias you. But we've got Belias, so we're making use of him. Here he comes. Let's see if there's anything to steal. That wasn't very nice. Slamming down on us. Okay, so there's also undead stuff. Right, to answer your question, Jake, yeah, you can control Belias. Look at that. I'm running around with him now. So that's a lot of fun. He also has Cura, which is helpful. So he's quite self-sufficient, as you can see. And we can spam his abilities over and over. He doesn't have MP. And he can even heal himself with his fire attacks. So yeah, definitely a lot of fun playing with the summons here. Let's speed things up a little bit. And then we'll just throw the Arcura onto Varn if need be. But we seem to be doing the business here. You can see those green circles next to Belias' health. That's how much time's left before he disappears. Although it doesn't tell you in seconds. I think it's 4 minutes total. Each one being a minute. Each of those circles. Yeah, that's it, David. I'm pretty sure you're right on that. I'm not sure, to tell you the truth. Right. Look at that. You can actually play as a summon in the Zodiac Age. You could not do that in the original version of Final Fantasy XII. Yeah, it's pretty awesome, isn't it, Nintendo Girl? It's quite epic. Awesome. Hey, look, I like the way she's waving at us. Hello, it's me, Belias. We'll just use him to barge our way through the dungeon as we head back here. Hey, he'll just one-shot the mobs for us as we go. He's kind like that. Okay, so we've got rid of 2 hunts now. We need to hand them both in. But we've completed them, though, is the main thing. Just checking something. Making sure all our party members are still getting LP. Yeah, they are. Oh yeah, it's a great game, Jake. Yeah, a lot of fun to be had with it for sure. Can Belias open chests? The answer to that is, I think he can actually. Yeah, he can. Unfortunately, he's about to leave us. And there's no point just grinding here because the other party members aren't present, so they won't be getting experience. They will get license points, but they won't be levelling. Yeah, you got it, Casey. Oh, he's going to be leaving us soon. Oh, that's an interesting question, Corey. I haven't tried that myself, so I'm not sure. But we won't be able to test that because we're almost certainly about to run out of time, aren't we? So he's going to be desummoned anyway. Oh, Tua says no, you can't. That's a shame. And yet we can finish with a Hellfire. I wonder why Final Fantasy XII had Belias instead of Ifrit. Wow, we actually hit that big thing. Thought he was a bit too far away, but he wasn't. Yeah, we got him. Okay, let's speed things up. And we'll just escape at this point. Head back to town, hand in the hunt that we've completed. Head back to Rabanasta, hand in the hunt there. Okay, David. Is it just more fitting, is it, with Final Fantasy XII and the general theme of the game? I reckon so, Jake. I don't think there's much point in taking that thing on. But yeah, I think once you've got quickenings and summons and stuff. Yeah, pretty much, Jeff. That's a good point, actually. All of the summons in this game are different than the summons in the bulk of the other Final Fantasies, aren't they? Yeah, they're all different. You're right. In fact, are there any summons in Final Fantasy XII that are what we would call traditional summons from the other games? I don't think there is. They all share in the same types of elements and stuff, don't they? Like, obviously, Belias is very Ifrit-like with his fire elements. And you have the ice summon and the lightning one and so on and so forth. But, meh. Right, where's the petitioner gone? Oh, there they are, just hadn't spawned yet. Okay, so apparently Roctoise can grow and shrink whenever he wants to. Interesting. We'll get a survival vest and a little bit of the good stuff as well. Oh, okay, Kurt. Yeah, I never played Tactics myself. Though I know a lot of people in chat have. So when was Tactics out in relation to Final Fantasy XII? It must have been a little bit before because it was on the PlayStation 1, wasn't it? Yeah, they still seem quite headless as well, don't they, though, to most of them are optional, Jake. I can't remember off the top of my head exactly which ones are and are not, but most of them I think are optional. Maybe about half are optional. Okay, so yeah, quite a bit before then, wasn't it? If it was the same time as Final Fantasy VII. Right, so we're going to head back, hand in the hunt, speak to Mont Blanc, which is what the last petitioner told us to do. As they implemented some of the final... Yeah, because wasn't there a Final Fantasy XII Tactics style game as well? Or was that just Tactics but rebranded after Final Fantasy XII came out? Like I said, I've never really played it, so I don't know a whole lot about it in all honesty. Could be, Corey. I'm pretty sure there's a connection between the two, isn't there? Okay, we've got a shell shield. That could be pretty useful, actually, for Varn. I'm not sure if we'll be able to equip it yet, though. No, we can't. We'll need to learn the license for it. And also a new bow, which could be of use to Penelo, if Penelo can equip it. And it would be of use, but she can't. Let's just see what we've got here. Can Varn learn shell shield? Where is it? Oh, it must be quite far away, actually. I didn't remember it being so difficult to learn. Or is it like one by itself? Yeah, it could be. Okay, also, is it safe to learn White Whirl? This is how you can test then, guys. We're going to see which quickenings Varn is safe to learn here. So, White Whirl doesn't give us access to any other nodes. So, it's about whether or not the other nodes are blocked off. I don't think they are. So, we probably want to learn the 125.1. No, go away. And we probably want to learn... Yeah, the 125.1 is the only one we really care about. So we can skip out on this one. And then learn this one. And we won't miss out on anything on the license boards. So yeah, we're safe to go ahead and grab this. I haven't done that yet, Wes. We've done 2 hunts so far. But not that one. What was I learning for Penelo? The Elfin Bow, wasn't it? Let's see where that is. How far away it is. Not too bad. We'll go ahead and learn the Survival Vest as well, since we picked that up. And then we could teach us some Red Battle Mage stuff as well. Well, actually, no, we can stick with Archer, but I won't bother boring you guys with that for the time being. I'll sort it all out later. Elfin Bow, yeah, could have optimised, but that's fine. ring mail is a pretty decent upgrade for her. Yeah, so now we've gone ahead and handed in the hunts. We'll just take a brief stop by at Mont Blanc. And then we'll move on into the Giza Plains. And hopefully we'll be able to take on the Croakadile at that point. Since you can only do that hunt during the rains. And the game forces you to play during the rains throughout the next section. So it kind of makes sense to do it all at the same time, doesn't it? Oh, hello RPG Gamer, by the way. Welcome to the stream. Oh, okay then, David. I will check it out. The problem is I've got so many games I'm going through at the moment. I'm worried it'd be neglected if I did go ahead and start it. But yeah. Yeah, it'll definitely be one to add to the list for sure. Because I know a lot of people talk about tactics quite frequently in the various stream chats. Okay, we didn't need to speak to him at all. I felt deceived by that last petitioner that said to go and visit Mont Blanc. Right, so Giza Plains next. There's also the optional quest we can do there, isn't there? Which gives us access to the hidden area where the gill snapper likes to hang out. And the gill snapper is basically a harder version of the last hunt we just did, the Croakadile. I could have just used the Moogle. I know, guys, before anybody says. Like I said, I'm tired today. I think there's another Moogle actually around here somewhere, isn't there? Yeah, there we go. Let's go to South Gate. I certainly did. Either that or I just wasn't reading it properly. Which, to be honest, is probably quite likely as well. In all honesty. Right, here we go then. Going into Gaza. Giza even. Now this is where the elementals are really spawning. They don't really come, do they, in the sunny bit? But I do remember that when I played them on PS4, they utterly destroyed me. So we do need to avoid them. And we need to basically strike the wither trees as well. Okay, so then, there's also one treasure we can grab, I believe. That's a one-time spawn. And we'll speak to the petitioner as well, as a priority. Yeah, 3:34 PM here. Wes, you're right on that. It's not so much that today's been a rough day, but yesterday was quite a rough day for me. I was really busy work-wise. Which is why I couldn't stream, but I've not really recovered from it, so that's why I'm a little bit monged out, a bit spaced out at the moment. I'm using my weak party members as well, just to help level them up a little bit. So let's just make our way through to the next area anyway. I think the petitioner's in this next part. For the Croakadile. Oh, it's Skepsis. Yeah, it's better in some respects. Oh, hello, Dennis Lynn. Sorry, dude, missed you joining there. Yeah, coffee's always a good answer, BB. Is the Switch version better? It's certainly better in some areas, for sure. The fact that you can switch jobs, along with the Xbox version, of course. Switch jobs on a whim is a pretty awesome thing. The extra Gambit templates that you can save and the new Game Plus features all over and above the PC and PS4 versions of the game. The fact, oh, there's Region, that's the one-time treasure spawn in this place. The fact that you can also play portably because of it being Switch is always a good thing with an RPG in my view. Do a bit of grinding on the go, as they say. Well, actually, I don't think anybody's ever said that, but hey, I've just said it, so grinding on the go. But you can't get sight and grab. Well, you can get it if you play for about 88 hours straight of running into and out of the airship deck. But outside of doing that, you can't really get it because you can't manipulate the RNG. And a lot of people have said that for that reason they still prefer the PS4 version. But I've not really missed it so far, to tell you the truth. And I'm hoping that some of the clever players will eventually figure out how to manipulate the RNG still. Yeah, you can change jobs Skepsis, which is a nice feature. You can change them at any time in Rabanasta. Yep, Switch and Xbox One version you can do that. Right, let's go ahead and see where Croakadile likes to hang out. Okay, so I guess he just pops out of the water, doesn't he? Right, so there's also withered trees, including one in this area, I believe. I think there's 6 of these in total. And these will give us access to the hidden area. Yep. There's one perhaps in the last area as well that we missed, so we'll just go and do that quickly. Then we'll make our way down to where the hunt is going to be located. I'll take that 30 gil if you don't mind. Varn bugged out a little bit there, trying to attack an enemy that had run away. Oh yeah, I remember now. Croakadile's annoying because he buffs himself. So maybe it would be a good idea to use quickenings on it instead of whatever we'd normally do, Belias or something. Okay, another withered tree over here in the next area. Yeah, the Switch, I've only had it for about 2.5 months myself, but there's so many games I'm playing on it right now. Especially if you've not had one before. You've got to play catch up on all the awesome games that have come out the last 18 months or so, and there's a lot of them. I'm really enjoying Octopath Traveler and Xenoblade Chronicles 2, along with all the other typical Nintendo stuff as well, of course. Zelda, Mario, all of that good stuff. Right, where's the tree? Oh, I just did it, didn't I? Ugh. Like I said, not with it. Does a tree, forgets about it 5 seconds later. So we've done 3 now, which means we've got 3 more to go. We can get treasure chests around this particular area, but probably not with a whole lot of exciting stuff in them. Ooh, an ether. Okay, so we've got a bit of a run to the next with the tree. I'll just flee for the time being. Speed things up, get there a bit faster. All these treasure chests now are just the constant respawning ones, so not really a whole lot to miss out on. Calm down, calm down, calm down. Yeah, we'll bring Fran back up in a moment. Right, there's one of the elementals you definitely want to avoid for sure. Okay, there's a withered tree here, yeah. So 2 more of those to go. Is this the area with the Croakadile, or is it the area just north of us? Might have to just look at that again. Yeah, there's a ton of RPGs, JRPGs on the Switch. Which one is it? This one. A huge backlog to get through for myself. And it's pretty awesome that all the Final Fantasies are now available on the Switch as well. So you can play them all portably on the go. I mean, I know you can with the mobile releases of some of the PlayStation ones. Oh, here he is. Crocodiling about. Let's go ahead and dispel. And then we'll unleash a quickening chain. See what sort of damage that will do. But things like Final Fantasy X and Final Fantasy XII, of course, are not available for mobiles. So the only way to portably play those is with the Switch. Oh, it's got HP up. Ugh.
Got a surprise for you.
And I've done the wrong one. I've done the 2-cost one. Okay, this is going to be a poor chain, I feel. I suppose you never know. Might work out. Yeah, it's a shame that Sony didn't believe in the Vita, isn't it? Because that was a good console, actually. A good little system. Hiya, Cranston. Yeah, Final Fantasy XII is awesome. It really is. And I've loved it a whole lot more since the Zodiac Age came out. I mean, I completed it back on PS2 in 2006, but I don't remember having as much fun with it then as I have been the last couple of years or so. Yeah, Nintendo are definitely a dominant force in the gaming market right now, or the console market, I should say, but also the gaming market, since they've got a lot of awesome software that's first party, haven't they? Mario is just one of those IPs that does not die out. Now that was a poor chain. Unlike Sonic, which of course hasn't died out, but Sega really struggled to bring Sonic into the 3D era. Nintendo never had that struggle with Mario. Mario 64 was great, and it's been great ever since. Yeah, not really surprised. Okay, let's bring out Balthea and Panel. We'll bring Bash out a little bit later, maybe go for a third chain.
Please.
Oh, we've got a couple of mischarges up then, but used quite a bit of time to do so.
Got a surprise for you.
Yeah, you could choose a lot worse games, Skepsis, I'll tell you that. It's a lot of fun, actually. And it looks beautiful as well, the Zodiac Age. When you consider this game's 13 years old now.
I never miss.
It does work really well. I'm going to try and see if we can mischarge Varn back up and not use them. That way we'll be able to summon Belias as well. I don't think the Croakadile will like Belias all that much. Yeah, I haven't tried the Labo stuff, or whatever it's called, the VR, the cardboard for Switch. I haven't heard wonderful things about it, I'll be honest. But it's an interesting start by the sounds of it for Nintendo.
I got it.
Oh, that's a shame. I was hoping to charge at Varn. No such luck. Is he dead? Yeah, he's dead. Just got to send a quick text message. Quickenings and summons are the way to go for a lot of fights in this game, aren't they? And we get the Ring of the Toad. Okay, so what have we got next? We need to do another Wither Tree, I think, don't we? There's one in this area. Oh no, we need 2 more. So there's one right around here, somewhere. Maybe at the end. Yeah, there it is. Ah, I can't see traps right now. Means we don't have Libra on any of these characters. Okay, we'll cross over into the next area. And then the last Wither Tree is over here. Which helpfully brings us close back to the save point as well. Yeah, I don't know how they fared with the Vita. I mean, Nintendo have shown the market, haven't they? And there was even ways of bringing the Vita full screen on your television as well, so it's not like you couldn't do that. You had to get some third-party accessories, but still, it was possible. Thanks, Joshua, for subscribing. Yeah, it must have been some pretty poor marketing on their part, because it was a powerful system as well, and the games looked stunning on it. They really did. I am quite sad about the Vita. Come on, Vaughn, get the treasure. 55 gil. Well, it all adds up. Yeah, let's just head back to the save point, I think. And we'll speak to the dude over here. Tell him the good news. Right, Serpent Rod, Teleport Stone, bit of Gil. Oh, it all adds up, like I say. Right, I'm pretty sure that's all we can do now. In terms of the Giza Plains. Until it turns sunny again. Then we'll be able to finish off the ring that we just picked up. And also do the cockatrice hunt as well. So, alright then folks, I'm going to take a break at this point. I need to go and get some rest. But, also got a lot of work to get on with, so. Yeah, appreciate you guys stopping by today. I hope you've had fun. I've made some progress actually, maybe not story-wise. Well, mind you, we did get a whole bunch of cutscenes at the start, didn't we? But certainly in the hunt department. And we've done the Wither Trees as well, so we have access to the secret part of the Giza Plains. Which will be useful for when we get the Gill Snapper. And also there's some good items, some good loot we can get from that area. Which I'll certainly be working on as well. Yeah, King Bomb. Whew, it can be quite nasty. Corey, for sure. But we'll see what happens tomorrow, Wes. I'll certainly be playing a game this week. If not tomorrow. Then likely... Where are we then? Saturday. But yeah, one or the other for sure. Alright, guys. Well, have a pleasant day, the rest of yous. Yeah, appreciate that, David. Thank you. Oh, I love you guys as well. Nah, it's been good. Been good. And it's, you know, it's so much fun to play Zodiac Age again. I thought I might have been sick of it, but I'm actually not. Yeah, appreciate you all for stopping by. Especially for the few of you that I hadn't spoken to before. It's nice to meet you. And of course, for everybody that are regulars. Appreciate your support as always. Hey, thanks Trevor. Yeah, thanks Nintendo Girl and everybody else as well. Skepsis, Tyler, BB, 2 Up, Jeff, Wes, David, and all those who I can't currently see in the chat window, but I've been speaking to. Yeah, appreciate it. Have a fantastic day, folks. And I'll see you soon. Bye.